Well, how I got involved, Randolph from Englewood Neighborhood Center, which is the neighborhood center that I grew up in. I just love the idea because growing up at the shop that I grew up in, they gave me an opportunity, so why not give back?
I always loved art, like in any type of form. If it's drawing, tattoo, graffiti, haircuts, anything. So once I turned 16, I got involved with the program. Since then, I've been working here at the barber shop and learning new things.
He comes in, he helps out with a lot of just, the basics from sweeping hair to standing behind somebody's chair asking questions. And I think him seeing my actions and the way I move and how everything functions, I think he picks up on a lot of that as well. But
the thing that I learned so far is the more customers you can gain in the barber industry it's not just by cutting hair and like cutting good. That's not what barbering is all about. It's also having a connection with your clients and understanding them. And they were just teaching us how to manage our money, save it, and just use it properly in the proper way.
From business owner to business owner, if we can help and the more people get involved, the better the chances are that these young men growing up and young women growing up, they can change their life.
I want to be a barber, and I also want to have my own business in the barber industry as well.
Good afternoon and welcome to the February 5th, 2024 meeting of the Orlando City Council. We're going to begin today's proceedings with the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Jim Gray today.
Thank you, Mayor. If you're so inclined, please join me in prayer. Dear Lord, we come to you today asking for guidance, wisdom, courage, and kindness as we address the affairs of this community. Help us engage in meaningful discussions that lead to decisions that advance the city and its residents. We also ask for your intervention into current world affairs. We ask for calm minds, rational decisions, and healing hearts. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, let's call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll and make a determination of a quorum? And it's nice to see all that black and gold out there in the audience. We'll come to that in just a few minutes. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Gray?
Here.
Commissioner Ortiz?
Here.
Commissioner Stewart?
Here.
Commissioner Sheehan? Here. Commissioner Hill?
Here.
Commissioner Burns?
Here.
Mayor Dyer?
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum with all members present.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. First order of business is the minutes of the agenda review and city council meetings of January 22nd, 2024. Motion by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Sheehan. All in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, so the motion carries. So we have a number of awards and recognitions today. In a few minutes, our Deputy City Attorney, Jody Litchford, will honor Chief Assistant City Attorney Natasha Williams, who is retiring after 35 years of service to the City of Orlando. And then Doug Richards, who's on my staff and a proud University of Central Florida Knight alumni, will introduce a proclamation to celebrate the UCF cheer team's national championship. But first up is Black History Month. So recognizing Black History Month supports our community's collective efforts to ensure that Orlando is a welcoming and inclusive city. I'm grateful to the members of our city team who are on our Black History Month Planning Committee who are coordinating events to celebrate Black heritage and history throughout the month of February. I'd like to call on Marcia Hope Goodwood, our Director of Community Affairs, to give us an overview of what we can expect for February.
Thank you so much, Mayor Dyer and city commissioners, as well as everyone who's here with us from the public. We're so glad to be able to greet you and share with you what our team has been working on. Today, I'm very pleased to join Mayor Dyer and our city commissioners, our 2024 City Employee Black History Month Planning Committee, and our Black History Month sponsors. Thank you, Casey, who include Orlando Health, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, the Orlando Credit Union, the Orlando Magic, and Fifth Third Bank. These sponsors are helping to officially kick off Black History Month in the city of Orlando. As a welcoming, diverse, and inclusive city, we are proud to celebrate the positive contributions of African Americans in our city, our state, and our nation in all aspects of our history. The Association for the Study of African American Life and History, better known as ASALH, which was founded by Dr. Carter G. Woodson in 1917, initiated Negro History Week in 1926, and the National Black History Month observance began in the mid-1970s. Our local ASALH chapter, the Central Florida Dorothy Turner Johnson branch, is one of our city partners. During February, the City of Orlando is hosting several community events to celebrate the lasting contributions and the essential role African Americans play in building and shaping every aspect of Orlando's history, culture, and economy, and of course, our nation's. We kick off this evening at 5 p.m. with our Black History Month art exhibition here in City Hall's Terrace Gallery. On February 12th, we offer a Meet the Artists to meet some of the amazing artists that are displaying in the Terrace Gallery. And our major event, our 2024 Community Celebration event, will be at Camping World Stadium on February 20th. We will close the month with a fair housing fair produced by our Office of Human Relations on February 24th at Grand Avenue Neighborhood Center. Most of these events will highlight this year's Black History Month theme, which is African Americans and the Arts, showcasing the outstanding contributions of African American residents to our nation's cultural landscape throughout the history of our country in visual arts, performing arts, theater, literature, film, music, and much more. And I ask that everyone, for more information, visit our city's Black History Month website, which is orlando.gov/BHM. That's for Black History Month. And at this time, I'd like to ask and invite our city employee Black History Month Planning Committee, along with our Black History Month sponsors that are here, and our members of the newest city chorus that we have, which is called the City Beautiful Voices, led by Venture, who is our conductor and leader, to come forward. I'd like for you all to come forward, all of you, so that Mayor Dyer can read the proclamation and our city commissioners can join us for a photo.
Are they going to sing?
Excuse me?
No singing?
Not today, Commissioner, but please join us the next time. We will be.
Commissioner,
They're
I
ready.
thought you were a member of the chorus. No?
Come on up in
You
front,
should
everyone.
be.
And
should be.
our sponsors, please come.
Okay, I'm going to read a proclamation from the City of Orlando. Whereas Black history is an integral part of American history, Black Americans have played an undeniable role in building, strengthening, and shaping every aspect of the United States. And whereas Black History Month was established in 1915 and is an annual celebration that recognizes the central role of Black Americans in our nation's history, providing the opportunity for all Americans to become more knowledgeable about Black heritage. And whereas while celebrating Black History Month, the City of Orlando recognizes the historic contributions of Black Americans while also acknowledging that the struggle for equity continues. And whereas as a community, the month is an opportunity to recommit to continue the work to ensure that all residents are treated equally, are equally protected, and have equitable access to opportunities that help them thrive, supporting our collective efforts to make Orlando an inclusive, welcoming city for all. Now, therefore, we, Buddy Dyer, Mayor of the City of Orlando, and the entire Orlando City Council do hereby proclaim February 24th as Black History Month in the City of Orlando.
Come on over. Get you right in the middle.
All right.
I am. Who knew?
So Mayor and Commissioners, it's with mixed emotions that I come before you today as we recognize Natasha Williams on her retirement after 35 years of service to the City of Orlando. Natasha was admitted to the Florida Bar in 1987 and began her legal career as an assistant state attorney in Orange County. She then joined the city attorney's office in 1988 as the city's prosecutor. During her career with the city attorney's office, Natasha served as an assistant city attorney for both the real estate and general civil sections. She then served as the police legal advisor for the Orlando Police Department for 17 years, before capping off her career as the chief assistant city attorney for the general civil law section. Natasha's been active in the community and in several legal associations. Natasha served as the president of Paul C. Perkins Bar Association and was on the board of directors for the Florida Bar Foundation for many years. During her career, Natasha has received numerous community service awards and also raised 4 children in a blended family. Natasha says that one of the highlights of her career was while serving as the chair of the Florida Bar Standing Committee on Pro Bono Legal Services, when she had the honor to present oral argument before the Florida Supreme Court, asserting that government lawyers should be required to perform pro bono legal services. Natasha in the city is known for her kindness to all, her wisdom and patient counsel to her clients, and her versatility in mastering multiple areas of both criminal and civil law. I have especially appreciated the polite manner she exhibits when telling me I'm wrong, which she does, not infrequently. Natasha's been a valuable and dedicated employee to the city of Orlando, a great friend, and a pleasure to have on the team. I've been here a few years more than Natasha, and I believe I can state with certainty that no assistant city attorney in the history of this city has had a greater impact than Natasha Williams. Mayor Dyer and Commissioners, please join me in congratulating Natasha and wishing her all the best as she enjoys her well-deserved retirement.
Proclamation to Natasha Williams. The City of Orlando is proud of the service rendered by its employees, who have contributed in no small measure to the enhancement of the City Beautiful as one of the most progressive cities in the nation. Progress in municipal government is predicated for the greatest part upon the loyalty and efficiency of the employees and on their ability to carry out their duties in the highest tradition of public service. On the occasion of your retirement from the employ of the City of Orlando, after 35 years of service, the Orlando City Council wishes to express its esteem of the sterling qualities manifested in your devotion and loyalty to the City of Orlando. Now, therefore, I proclaim grateful appreciation of your long and honorable record of faithful service with the City of Orlando and extend best wishes for good health and happiness, dated this 23rd day of February, 2024.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Commissioners. Thank you, friends and family. It has been an amazing, amazing opportunity, and I would not trade it for anything. Thank you.
Would be all the lawyers. Or anybody who'd like to be in the picture.
All right. Hello, Mayor and Commissioners. Over the last 25 years or so, UCF's athletics programs have experienced incredible progress and change. UCF has become the Big 12 Conference's flagship school in Florida. There's new facilities that are filled with a growing fan base, and the Knights have had many historic firsts and memorable victories over the time. But what has been consistent during this time of transition has been the excellence of the cheer program. Under Coach Linda Gooch, UCF continues to win at the highest level, including another national championship last month. Today, we're joined by Coach Gooch and some of the members of the team and their coaching staff to help them celebrate their impressive accomplishment and their sustained success. So Mayor Dyer, if you could please read the proclamation, then we invite the team and the coaching staff up for a photo with the entire City Council.
All right, how awesome is this? Look at all those big smiles. Whereas the University of Central Florida cheer team excels in its efforts to build pride on and beyond the campus by connecting students, alumni, supporters, and the Orlando community to the university. And whereas the squad has played a key role in the rise of the UCF athletics program and its growth in regional, statewide, and national recognition. And whereas in addition to representing the Knights as ambassadors for the university at events, members of the team also compete at the highest level of college cheerleading. And whereas thanks to their detailed training and incredible athleticism, strength, teamwork, and creativity, the Knights continue to shine and set the standard during competitions. And whereas in January, the Knights claimed the Universal Cheerleaders Association National Championship title. And whereas the National Championship was the fourth in the program history for the Knights, all under head coach Linda Gooch, who is a UCF alum and member of the UCF Athletics Hall of Fame. And whereas there is no doubt that UCF has the premier college cheer program in the United States, and whereas the City of Orlando is proud to join in the celebration of UCF's national title and commends the members of the team and their coaches for their award-winning performance at the national championship and for continuing to represent the university with great skill, integrity, and determination. Now, therefore, we, Buddy Dyer, Mayor of the City of Orlando, and the entire Orlando City Council hereby do proclaim February 5th, 2024 as UCF Cheer National Championship Day in the City of Orlando. Everybody that was here just for the three presentations, we're thinning the ranks a little bit. Okay, so on to the mayor's update. Oh my gosh, what a weekend for the City of Orlando this weekend. The national prominence, so we opened Judson's on Friday night, which was awesome, the new music venue in the Dr. Phillips Center. And then on Saturday, we showcased the city with the U.S. Olympic Marathon team trials on a perfect day. Sunday, we had the NFL Pro Bowl games. We were concerned about rain, and we had another perfect weather day. So I like to say that we are the nation's premier sports event destination, and the last few days have kind of reinforced that notion for everybody. And the guy that is the consultant for the U.S. track and field sought me out and told me he's been involved in 8 of these team trials in the past, and that we were the best host city he has ever been around. So we had so many people from all of our city departments, from special events to transportation to public works to OPD to OFD to DDB. Did I leave anybody out yet? Economic development, CFO, mayor's office, everybody you can think of. Parks and Rec were involved. So it was a wonderful weekend and just came off without a hitch. And I want to thank everybody. And Jim, we are new events coordinator. I don't think slept for 48 hours or so. And OPD did a spectacular job, and I don't know, just everybody I had an opportunity to talk with had a special time in Orlando this weekend. So thanks to the entire city team and city staff. Okay, I do have just 2 items of note from the agenda. B2 and CRA 5 are downtown digital wayfinding. So continuing with our future ready master plan and building on our smart parking and mobility investments, we are funding a new downtown digital wayfinding system to help people get real-time information on things like where there are open parking spots in our garages, which are important to being able to easily access and use our downtown. And then the other is J1 is a part of our Vision Zero efforts to reduce traffic fatalities. We move forward with the joint agreement to improve safety at some of our very high injury intersections and roadways, including Kirkman Road, Colonial Drive, Orange Blossom Trail, Orange Avenue, Cimarron, and we'll get grant funding to help us create safer crossings, construct new bike paths, restore sidewalks, and enhance some of the additional transportation options. So with that, we'll move on to the consent agenda, which is a number of items that are acted upon through a single vote of council. We give each of our commissioners an opportunity to comment on the consent agenda and update you from important happenings in their district. We rotate the order that we do that. First up today is Commissioner Jim Gray.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll be brief, and I do want to congratulate everybody on the events around the marathon, but as I was driving down to the venue, noticed that we had the exit ramps that were blocked off with huge garbage trucks blocking out. Nothing says road closed like having a huge garbage truck. So it was pretty clear that was not the right way to go, but it was well done by everybody. I think Orlando showed very well, and congrats to everybody that helped. And I want to give one other note of congratulations. On Wednesday, we did the ribbon cutting. I wasn't able to go to the performance Friday night, but Wednesday we did the ribbon cutting for Judson Live, and certainly it's a spectacular venue, but it just reminded me that we are so lucky to have that Performing Arts Center, not only for the performances, but it is a community builder, and we've got to keep working on that to get everybody involved, but it's a great community venue and something we should be proud of. So, Mayor, that's all I have.
Thanks, Commissioner. Commissioner Ortiz.
I do have things to say. So, first of all, let me start with congratulating Natasha Williams. 35 years. Wow, that's a long time. I remember when she was our attorney at OPD, and she was always available to us and helped us tremendously. So congratulations, we're going to miss you. On Tuesday, January 23rd, my office and I had the pleasure of teaming up with the Greater Orlando Aviation Authority and CEO Kevin Tebow for a community meeting at the Dover Shores Neighborhood Center. We had a great time discussing a wide range of topics, including future plans for both international and executive airports and job opportunities these upcoming projects will create. I want to thank Mr. Tebow and his team for his wonderful presentation. On Thursday, January 25th, had the pleasure of attending our Gateway District Market Street first after dark market at the Hyatt House Hotel. Got a chance to play the guitar on that one, Mayor, so, to change directives here. I play around a little bit with the guitar, so I want to thank Executive Director Emil Cordova and the Gateway Board for organizing this wonderful event to encourage support our incredible local artists. I also want to thank Ms. Vanessa Fabergé. She's the Market Director of Sales at Hamptons Inn and Hyatt House, and Ali Martin, the General Manager for Hyatt Hotel. From Monday, January 29th to Wednesday, January 31st, I had the opportunity of spending time up in Tallahassee with my fellow commissioner, Commissioner Stewart, and other great activists and legislators from the city of Orlando. We got a chance to visit our delegation as part of the Florida League of Cities to advocate for legislations that will impact our local communities. And I ask each and every one of you out there that are watching to please check our websites and our social media to see what these legislations are. Some of them have to do with camping and sleeping in front of businesses, what the legislature is trying to do compared to what we're trying to do here at the local level. We're trying to help our homeless people in a humane form, while the legislature is going a little drastic. So we need people to call the legislators and try to stop this bill. Anyhow, and there's other legislations that have to do with exemption. They're trying to increase, once again, the homestead exemption up there, which is not a tax cut. It's actually a transfer or a shift, tax shift, because we end up here having to either cut jobs or diminish our people. Cut on positions or increasing taxes, and that's not what we want. So let's make it clear that, once again, we need to be informing the legislature up in Tallahassee on better ways to work with our communities and coming back and talking to our citizens, our local legislators, to see what is best for our communities. I want to thank Representative Jennifer Rita Harris, Senator Linda Stewart, who's doing a great job in Tallahassee, Senator Geraldine Thompson, another great senator, and Representative Christine Ashton Arrington for taking the time to connect with local leaders and have important conversations about the influences of their leadership in Tallahassee. On Saturday, February 3rd, I attended the first insurance and real estate workshop hosted by a team of dedicated professionals from the real estate industry. Universal Agency, Insurance Agency, Fidelity National Title, Joe Taylor Restoration, Lighthouse Mortgage Solutions, Cornerstone Home Inspections, Homeland Mortgage, PAC or PAC Home Inspectors, and Nona Legacy teamed up to facilitate a wonderful opportunity for residents to gain knowledge on current real estate and insurance trends, mortgage updates, and home buying tips, home inspections and title company benefits, tax planning, education, and much more. Each presentation was led by our local industry leaders with the combined goal of educating our community about important home and insurance information that can help them navigate the current climate for housing and real estate. Very important on this day and age. Last but not least, I want to congratulate Ms. Tanya Wilder on J1 and her team on trying to enter into this USDOT grant agreement. Vision Zero will save lives. So thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Stewart. Thank you, Mayor. And let me kind of start with how Commissioner Ortiz ended. Congratulations, Tanya, to you and your team. Excited about that. I think that's we can't do enough to make people safe in our communities. It's a great start. But being highlighted by the USDOT, the federal government, for the work we're doing is a testament to the work that you're doing. So thank you very much to you and your team. A couple of things I want to share with, but of course, congratulations to the UCF National Cheer Team. Congratulations to Natasha. She's ducked away. I can't make any jokes about her when she's not here. That's not fair. But I will when I see her. She's a sweet lady and very dedicated to our citizens, which is why I loved when I got here. Couple of things, just want to share a quick thank you. One is that we have the Lake Silver Baby Gator Shower. So they got 2 new baby gators over at Lake Silver. We're really excited about that. And we had a chance to go over and take little tiny diapers to them. Oh, okay. I just want to see if you were listening. But it's a great, they spent the entire afternoon emphasizing their STEM curriculum. It was really great. Congratulations to Orlando Museum of Art. We had a chance to go over there and celebrate their centennial, 1924. Also, Dubstred's centennial is 1924. We found a lot of things that happened in 1924, 25, and up to 1928 and 29. A lot of things occurred in our community. So
We had a lot of good leaders that started organizations that continue to this day. Thank you, Commissioner Ortiz, about the Florida Legislative Action Days. We had a great time up there. We've got a good delegation, and I wish we had the entire state that would be as responsive as our delegation is. So, but we'll keep trying. And I also brought this for everybody because they passed these out on Saturday. I thought that was kind of cool. So I brought that back in to remind us of the great work that happened. So Mayor, congratulations to you and your team. And Jim, thank you for your leadership. Tanya, Chief, I did not hear a negative comment the entire time. The only negative comment was that we wish the day was a little bit better than 70 degrees in the sun without a cloud in the sky. But we're excited. I went home and got through with it, got home just in time to catch what was supposed to be the live broadcast on NBC, which made it look like it was live, and it was great. The ads from Visit Orlando, the B-roll shot around the city. I mean, it was, if you didn't want to come to Orlando in January before then, after you saw that, you certainly wanted to come to Orlando in January. And the Pro Bowl was the same. Got members of Shakespeare, are they here? Okay, I got behind there. So we're renewing your contract today. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. Some upcoming events real quickly. The College Park Neighborhood Association is meeting tonight. It'll be streamed live as well as being in live in person. This weekend is Virginia Drive Live at 5 o'clock on Saturday. There have been a lot of challenges in the construction over there at Virginia and Orange Avenue, so please come out and enjoy Virginia Drive Live, and let's help reinvigorate the business community over there. On February 16th, we're having the father-daughter and or mother-son Valentine's dance over at Rosemont. And then, of course, by the end of the month, we'll have our fabulous friends for the Manello. I'm so excited about that. The best part was this weekend was the fact that we brought the entire NFL pros here to celebrate my wife's birthday. Thank you for doing that, Mayor. I appreciate that. And she was very impressed that you could pull that off on her birthday. So thank you very much. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. We'll move to Commissioner Sheehan.
Well, thank you, Mayor. And as someone whose district was mainly impacted by the marathon, I thought there would be a lot more complaints too, and I was really surprised. The only one I heard from was a unhappiness over a portalette. So that's you know what? With everything that happened, I think that's a win. That was amazing. I actually ran track and cross country with John Hughes. He was my track coach in high school, and this actually is a little thing I sent away from Montreal Olympics, and it's a runner because I wanted to run in the Olympics someday. Of course, if you look at me, you know why. I never made it to the Olympics, but it's pretty cool to be on the city council and see the marathon come here to Orlando. It was just a dream come true for the Hughes family. I know that because I ran with Betsy in high school and for Chris and all of them. I know it was just an amazing thing for Track Shack, a local business, to be able to sponsor and bring that here along with Go Orlando, Go Sports. They did a great job. The city staff, y'all, I know you were all hands on deck. I think every department in the city was involved, and you all did just an amazing job. But to see Fiona's face on her first marathon to qualify for Paris, what an amazing story, what an amazing day. And yeah, Jim Young, you did a pretty darn good job. So he started out with me in District 4, I'm just saying, as my liaison. So absolutely, it was absolutely a tremendous day. And I want to thank all the District 4 neighborhoods, the Milk District. They had watch parties. They really embraced the event and leaned into it. And I think that's why it just was so positive. And I got a lot of feedback from folks saying that the crowds really helped out. So that's pretty cool to hear that. So again, just an absolutely wonderful day in the city of Orlando, and it was really great to be able to just be a small part of it. So on the agenda today, I'm delighted to see, I just want to shout out to Rita Lowndes and everything that's been happening at the Shakespeare Center. Lock Haven is actually a gem. It actually sat there and rotted for a long time, and we kind of left it alone. And because of that, because we kind of ignored it, it didn't get torn down. And we have a regional theater facility that other cities would love to have. And the fact that we have one of the largest fringe festivals, that we have, is it Orlando Family Theater? I don't know what's the rep, and I think they renamed it Orlando Family Theater. All of the opportunities to have live plays and live entertainment, and have people who could never have that opportunity to be able to do that. And Rita, I just want to thank you for your leadership all these years, and to help save that facility. I just want to say thank you, because it's a tremendous benefit to generations to come. So thank you, and I'm glad we're able to work with you to continue that relationship and to continue that wonderful facility. I'm delighted to see that we're doing some fire station art. On item G1, the mural is great, and I like seeing public service celebrated with art. I think that's just fantastic. And I also am delighted to see the transportation corridors and safe streets being implemented, because we want to get off that #1 pedestrian fatality list. It's just something that I've preached since I first got here, and that's all I had, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. We'll move to Commissioner Hill.
Thank you, Mayor Dyer. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to echo the sentiments that you all just heard regarding this weekend. Phenomenal. It made me so proud to be Orlandian. Chief Smith, amazing job you and your team did throughout the city on all those consecutive days. You, Chief Salazar, all the collaboration that our public safety and Sherry, you and those girls and guys, the work that you've done over there in economic development. I literally was on the phone. Well, I thought you were in a marathon for a whole weekend. She was. With all the running to and fro that you and Lillian had done, just public works, the work that you all put in place prior to us receiving, I guess, with our infrastructure, our roadways and the murals. It was evident when I wasn't able to come downtown. I had some other things that I had committed to, but I was able, something I do in my downtown is watch politics in the news, and to hear all those visitors from all around the nation and around the world talking about coming to downtown, coming to Orlando, and the quality of life that they saw here. They talked about the murals and how beautiful our downtown was, but more so their experience with the people and in our businesses. I think that was to be celebrated, right? That they felt so welcome. I heard a few folks talk about how welcome they felt to see a father and his son that was 4 years old, and he's been bringing him to marathons around the country, and them standing side by side, and they're just being stoked, and then seeing how they're gonna go to Disney, right? And to see, from downtown Orlando, Thornton Park, throughout Paramore, to the West Lakes community, all the way to International Drive, how this city has been economically stimulated. It's just amazing. But that speaks to the spirit of this city's collaboration. Mayor talks about it often. This work isn't done in a silo, but great visionaries like yourself, Mayor, and I appreciate your leadership. When I was just, we were just celebrating our Black History Month. My 96-year-old godmother always remind me Negro History Month, so it depends on what generation you're from, what you call it. But how inclusive, Mayor Dyer, you have allowed this city to be, with all the access and opportunities and honoring different ethnicities. That doesn't happen much in other places, and especially in a world that we're living in now with such division, and it's authentic. Oftentimes they ask me, so how's Mayor Dyer? I say he's a good man. He's a fair man. And he care about, when I say they, meaning black folks, I say, and he care about us. So I appreciate your support through the years and supporting me to help us. And it's evident everywhere you go, you see inclusion. Might be a time where you say, oh, this side of the tracks look different than that side of the tracks. But nowadays, you don't know what side of the tracks because everybody's living a quality life and we're building quality neighborhoods. And it's not gentrification, it's revitalization and no displacement. So that's a testament to this council also. So I'd like to honor this council and city staff for what we've done to move this city forward during Black History Month. Because Black History Month in the city of Orlando isn't a month, it's every day. And I just really appreciate you all in that. I know Commissioner Burns can testify to that also. And of course, I feel like Ms. Linford, when she said it's bittersweet, it is bittersweet to see Natasha retire. Hopefully we can do it like the rest. We don't want to let go, give her a contract and come back every now and then. I would love that to happen because she's been instrumental with a lot of great things. And just me being able to go up there and lean on her and talk to her and get guidance. She has been a good friend and mentor of mine. And I'm glad to see us assisting the Orlando Shakespearean Theater. I can say the same for you all because I've been a sponsor for some events that you have truly, Dr. Phillips and a lot of different places, they have opened their doors and have been inclusive and equitable when it comes to Black arts and culture. But I know you've been doing it on a shoestring budget. And you have opened up those doors, and I've never seen so many African American plays than I have that's came near, and it was free for most of our citizens from the west side of Orlando, and I really appreciate that, and I look forward. And it's always done in excellence, and it's inviting, and we just feel right at home. So thank you for that, and I look forward to our continued support. And opening up those doors. I found a new appreciation of African American art when it comes to small venues because of you all. We've been bringing them in, Mayor might not know, in the bus loads, coming from Apopka, Westlake, Mercy Drive, and all over. And I appreciate that. On January the 30th, I was awarded because of the support I have here at City Hall and our council and working with others. I'm proud to say that NAMAC, which is the National Association for Minority Contractors here in the Central Florida chapter, they gave me a prestigious award that I accepted, and it was the Community Impact Award for what I do in the community when it comes to advocating for small minority businesses. But I was joined by Orlando Aviation Authority, who got the Government Entity of the Year award, along with AP International. They received the Minority Business Enterprise of the Year, Caucasian female, that's doing amazing work throughout the nation, but here in Central Florida. And then JCQ Services, that started out with 5 employees, Hispanic firm, and now they're up to 200, and he got the Minority Construction Company of the Year. And PCL got the Corporation Award of the Year. And then Advocate of the Year was Mr. Edward Wallace, him and his mother, that is a trailblazer when it comes to insurance and bonding for small businesses, Pat Wallace. So for me to be among those pioneers, it was great. So I'd like to thank Gennaro Coulter for nominating me along with Jocelyn Henson over at OCPS. I just can't say enough. That was because I had a small contracting business called RR Jewel at one time, and it meant Regina's a Red Jewel Constructing. Still kind of doing that, not in constructing. But I was denied my minority participation contract certification, Mayor, back in 2005 by the City of Orlando, and went back into nursing. It crushed my dreams. I wanted to be this construction girl, And so to be here on this dais with these great commissioners and mayor, to be able to create opportunities is a dream come true. Just God saw fit for me not to be a construction builder, but I guess a people builder here. Some upcoming things that we have coming in on District 5, which is a citywide initiative. All are welcome, but we're doing it over at Lake Larned-Dune. It started last Tuesday, and it's called Get Fit with Commissioner Hill. And yes, I do show up. Supposed to say, ha, 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 ha. Now, sometimes we put our things on names and we show up once. And Getting Fit, this guy he is a trainer like no tomorrow. Everybody's sore, but they came back on Thursday. It's being led by Coach Jason Grimes of Wasteworks. It hasn't started working yet, my waist, but hopefully by the summertime, I'll be ready. But he has put a great plan together where we're addressing nutrition. We're using body weight exercises, resistance training, and mindset awareness. So I'd like to thank Lisa Early and her team for assisting us over at Lake Larned-Dune with this initiative. We had 75 people that showed up on the kickoff, and on Thursday evening, we had 55, and they range from age 7 years old all the way up to 65. So this is something that looked like the community has been yearning for. I'll be going back again tomorrow to be. You see, I said that I'll be going back tomorrow. It's a workout, for real. It's not a joke. And then we're having, on February the 6th, Cool Cats 55 years old and up over at the Rock Lake Community Center. And it's going to be a sock hop where they're playing music for sock hop music in 60s and 70s. And it's going to be fun. You can RSVP at 407-246-4473. And then I've partnered again with Concord Career Institute Dentistry, where on February the 17th, it's free dental cleanings for youth. And it's going to be from 7:30 to 5:30 p.m. And also, my last, I would like to thank Horace Construction, who I partnered with over at Jones High School. On the 24th, we had a Trades and Scholarship Expo where we had over 30 colleges, along with our armed forces and some trade schools there. On that day, it was a 4-hour seminar, and we were able, on the spot, to give away $3.2 million worth of scholarships. And the majority of those scholarships were $100,000 scholarships, which was 4 rides. The lowest scholarship that they gave away was $20,000. And the bulk of them, Commissioner Burns and Commissioner Ortiz, came from District 3, District 5, and District 6. Lisa, I'd like to tell you that your staff actually went to the zones and brought their 11th and 12th graders in on buses for those kids to have that opportunity, and they were well rewarded. So to me, that is something that I won't forget, to see those kids hearing that they're getting $100,000 scholarships. But that means that these zones are working, Mayor, because they're not just giving away scholarships. They had 4.5 point GPA averages. They had their transcripts in hand. They had their volunteer hours in hand. So these were deserving kids, and it wasn't about affirmative action. It was about, are you qualified and are you ready to go to college? And they were minority kids that were getting 4 rides to UNLV, Purdue, Margaret Mary College, Grace College, and a host of D1 colleges. So with that, I look forward to partnering with them again next year to bring this access and opportunity. And that's all that I have.
Thank you, Commissioner. We'll move to Commissioner Burns.
Thank you, Mayor. And I would also like to echo the everything that was shared about this past weekend and all the activities. And I had the privilege to bring greetings on behalf of Mayor Dyer and the council at the Olympic Marathon welcome reception at Universal. It was an honor to just welcome all the athletes and their families and supporters to the City Beautiful, and the execution was great. So again, thank you all for who had a part in that. It really made me proud to not just be from Orlando, but also to serve in the capacity as city commissioner. So thank you for that. Also, I'd like to say thank you to Marcia and your team for all of the activities that we have planned for Black History Month. I knew you all put a lot of time and thought into it, and I look forward to participating. Also to Ms. Williams, Natasha Williams, I know she's not here. Congratulations on 35 years. I can remember 4 years ago when I was sworn in and I sat with her, and one thing that she mentioned, it always rings in my head. She said, "Commissioner, a gift is a gift is a gift is a gift." And so I hear that all the time. So I just like to say thank you to her for just her knowledge of everything, but also being very somebody that you can easily speak with. And she would share. So thank you for that. Also, on the agenda, I'd like to just show my support for J1, the grant from the U.S. Department of Transportation. Excited about being able to bring those resources to make our city beautiful, also more safer city for all the travelers. Some upcoming events. Our District 6 Mobile Satellite Hours will be next Wednesday, February the 14th at L. Claudia Allen Senior Center from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then also we're kicking up our Conversations with Black Men series, and the first conversation will be on March 6th at the Grand Avenue Neighborhood Center at 6:30. So we welcome all men to come attend and share. And with that, Mayor, I move approval of the consent agenda.
Motion by Commissioner Burns, second by Commissioner Stewart. All in favor indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, those of you who are just here for the consent agenda, whatever you had on there has passed, so you are free to go.
Not Chris. Chris has to stay.
Okay, we're going to recess this city council meeting without objection and convene the CRA. I think I can handle the first two. The first one is CRA meeting minutes from December 11th, 2023. Motion by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Sheehan. All in favor indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Number two is CRA advisory board minutes from December 6th. Motion by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Sheehan. All in favor indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, David, number three.
Thank you, Mayor, and good afternoon, Commissioners. Item 3 is an amendment to the DTO restaurant program. So you may recall you all created this program mid to late last year, and it encourages new restaurants in downtown, especially those that are coming in and off of full service and high quality build-outs. We have an amendment before you to extend that program also to franchises. We had a component in the beginning, obviously looking for authentic, unique experiences, but as we've gained so much traction, we want to make sure that we are being open and welcoming to all, especially those local and regional franchises that would seek to be here. What we're asking to do is ultimately make them eligible for the foundation level of that program, not the maximum levels that are approved up to $475,000. What they would effectively be qualified for is up to $75,000 in tenant improvements and either $25,000 or $50,000 in first-year rental assistance, depending on if they're in a focus area or not. There's also a minor change to the qualified improvements. We are looking to add masonry work, ceiling work, as well as carpentry to the program as well. And I can address any questions.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Sheehan. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Number 4.
Yes, Mayor, thank you. Number 4 is an amendment to the DTO retail program. Very similar concept as I just mentioned for our restaurant program, looking to make similar appropriate adjustments to this program as they accompany each other as we look to attract more retail establishments in downtown as well.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Sheehan. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 5.
Number 5, so this is the item that, Mayor, you mentioned in your opening comments. This is a contract with BCC Engineering, looking to ultimately partner with them and the city to bring a digital wayfinding vehicular system to downtown. The CRA plan specifically calls for us improving accessibility to parking as well as making parking more intuitive and customer-friendly. So this would ultimately be a contract with BCC Engineering to design specifications, a master plan engineering design, cost estimates, as well as construction administration. The CRA would be contributing $100,000 towards this initiative.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Sheehan, second by Commissioner Hill. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. And number 6.
And the final item, number 6 for the CRA, this is a restaurant program funding agreement with Leah Restaurant. So we're excited to have another restaurant coming to downtown. Leah Restaurant is actually looking to move into 401 North Magnolia Avenue, which is the Hilton, right there, former location of the Travelodge in downtown. So the owner has over 20 years of experience with the Waldorf as well as the Ritz, so bringing a wealth of experience to downtown and some great food as well. They're signing a 5-year lease, and they'll have just over 80 seats in that establishment. They are qualified for $62,250 in tenant improvement funding. Their overall investment is about $500,000. In addition to that, they qualify for $25,000 in rental assistance, making the total award, or potential award, I should say, from the CRA at $87,250.
Move to approve. Second.
Who's first?
Magnolia's in 5, so I guess I'll go
Okay.
first and she'll go
Motion by
second.
Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner
You're on
Sheehan.
Roslyn, right across Roslyn.
Discussion, hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. David, further business to come before the CRA?
That is all, Mayor.
And we will stand adjourned without objection. We will reconvene the city council meeting, and that will bring us to hearings ordinances on second reading. Madam Clerk, you're up for number 1.
Ordinance number 2024-4, an ordinance of the City of Orlando, Florida, amending Part 1, Chapter 15, Orlando City Code to modify Section 15.03 relating to sustainability building benchmarking requirements, providing for severability, codification, correction of scrivener's error, and an effective date.
Motion by Commissioner Ortiz, second by Commissioner Sheehan. Madam Clerk, any requests for public comment?
No speakers, Mayor.
No speakers. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, Madam Clerk, by the way, Ken did a very good job in his rookie appearance at the last council meeting. I don't think he fumbled over any of them, and we didn't pass the wrong one or anything like that, so.
I almost gave him all of these too, but
Okay.
he
Number
would have
2.
accepted. Number 2, ordinance number 2024-5, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, relating to regional public facility signage, approving an amendment to the sign plan for the Amway Center, now known as the Kia Center, Geico Garage, and Advent Health Training Center for the Orlando Magic pursuant to Section 64.320 Orlando City Code, providing for conflicts, penalties, severability, correction, scrivener's error, permit disclaimer, and an effective date.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Sheehan. Madam Clerk, anyone request to testify?
No speakers, Mayor.
No speakers. Discussion, hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Number 3.
Ordinance number 2024-6, an ordinance of the City of Orlando, Florida, relating to the Florida Building Code, amending Article 1, Chapter 13, Orlando City Code to adopt the Florida Building Code, 8th edition, 2023, providing local administrative amendments to the Florida Building Code and ultimate design wind speeds for building and other structures within the city, providing for transmittal to the Florida Building Commission, severability, codification, correction of scrivener's error, and an effective date.
Second.
Second.
Go ahead, Commissioner Burns.
Motion by Commissioner Sheehan, second by Commissioner Hill. No speakers.
No speakers, Mayor.
Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, and so the motion carries. Okay, number 4.
Ordinance number 2024-7, an ordinance amending Chapter 8 City Code Aviation to authorize the Greater Orlando Aviation Authority to arrange for the provision of crash and rescue services at the Orlando Executive Airport, providing legislative findings, definitions, penalties, and for severability, codification, correction of scrivener's error, and an effective date.
Motion by Commissioner Sheehan, second by Commissioner Burns.
No speakers, Mayor.
Speakers. Discussion, hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, and so the motion carries. Is Charlene Forth here? Okay, that was our only request for general appearance, so we will not need to get prepared for that. We will simply stand adjourned.
Can I
Thank you.
say something, Mayor?
Commissioner Hill?
Yeah. I just want to say, Chief Smith, that you and your men and detectives are doing a phenomenal job. We can't stop crimes or shootings or murders, but what I've noted with this trend, that you all are solving crimes and picking up murderers immediately. And I know that requires a lot of work, and I just want to commend you and your leadership and your team over there. I really appreciate it.
I think we all feel that way, Chief.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, now we'll stand adjourned.
Years of the neighborhood, providing an extra set of eyes to the police. If you see something, say something.
It absolutely makes a difference because it will weed out the crime because they know that we're saying hello and greeting and that we've made eye contact and that I